Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. And my question of today is, have you bought the crypto dip? Let me know in the comment section down below, and I want to quickly say, everybody pressing the like button, you are appreciated. I think it helps with the YouTube algorithm, so I really appreciate it a ton. Then I just read this article and kind of burst out in laughing. I don't know if I should, but I did. It says 66 million XRP moved by top exchanges after someone pays a $4.5 thousand fee for an XRP transfer. Yes, guys, a $4.5 thousand fee for an XRP transaction. If you're not aware, usually the fee is about 0.1 cent or something like that. This guy or individual or whatever paid 4.5 thousand. I almost get scared just saying that. Over the past 24 hours, two major crypto exchanges, Coinbase and Kraken, have transferred 66 million XRP, and in the meantime, a few days ago, a transaction fee of 10,000 tokens paid for an XRP transfer was recorded. Yes, it is really true. So, the Flare community Twitter account tweeted that a few days ago, somebody paid a jaw-dropping fee of 10,000 XRP, almost $5,000 in fiat, for the transaction on the XRP ledger. This was community's response to the tweet in which a user wrote about a 1.04 XRP fee spotted recently. The Flare community account added that fees on the XRP ledger can be set programmatically. However, the reason these high fees was not disclosed or explained. Flare community posted, fees on the XPL can be set programmatically. I'm not sure why someone would burn XRP unnecessarily though. Someone spent 10k XRP on a transaction a few days ago, and here was a little bit of information. XRP burned in the last 24 hours about 21,000. Total XRP burned 9.9 thousand. Total XP remaining. I guess this is from one address potentially. I'm not exactly sure on that one, so don't quote me. I don't know exactly what this is supposed to show in this case. Total XRP burned. Not exactly sure. Maybe that's about the one transaction, but it doesn't really matter. The point is, it's a pretty huge fee for one transaction, and I'm not exactly sure why somebody would do that or what exactly is going on in the back end. And Leonidas, like we also explained earlier, has also reported about money being moved from Ripple-controlled wallets to Jeb McCaleb. It's the same situation as always. And this week, his sale range will be between 8 and 18 million instead of the 30 million or so that was before. Moving on, the Fed's digital dollar would look nothing like Bitcoin. I've tried to explain it a couple of times before, but I'm going to quickly tell you guys again. There's a very big difference between cryptocurrencies and a central bank digital currency. First of all, a central bank digital currency is not a cryptocurrency, in my opinion at least, because it doesn't rely on the same type of algorithms that crypto really does, dependably on how they are actually going to pull it through. But mostly, it is not the same because CBDCs are a legal tender and Bitcoin as of this point is not. So in this case, a USDT, for example, that is nothing like a CBDC. Why not, Dusty? Why not? Because a CBDC from the dollar, basically, and one USDT, they could be the same, right? No. The reason it's not is because USDT, for example, is basically a new token with a backing. So it's basically backed by one real US dollar in the real world. That's the way it's supposed to be. With CBDCs, it's basically going to be a new form of payment as its own backing. And I shouldn't say it that way because there's no backing. The coin is the coin. The new coin, the CBDC that's made is the legal tender. It's like the dollar you had in the real world, which is back in USDT. That's the real thing. And with crypto, with Bitcoin and whatnot, it's kind of the same because you might say, okay, it's the only coin, that's the real thing you have. But because it's not legal tender, it's not being given out by a central authority, and it's also not as centralized as such a thing, there's really where the similarities end, right? At least in my opinion it is. It's like a CBDC is just a newer way to make their money online, and a cryptocurrency is a newer form of payments. They're a completely different thing. But that's, again, my thoughts because of the centrality issue. Ripple to keep its headquarters in San Francisco, says former CEO Chris Larsen. Former Ripple CEO Chris Larsen says San Francisco remains the best place to do business for the fintech firm. Ripple co-founder Chris Larsen has told San Francisco Chronicle that the payment solution company is going to keep its global headquarters in the Golden Gate City, bucking the California exodus trend. The billionaire believes that San Francisco is the best fit for the XRP issuer from a business perspective. Quote, "We're committed to the city. It's got the most diversity, creativity, and critical mass." Ripple continues to expand its 450-strong team in the city despite its legal troubles in the US. In October, the company signaled that it was ready to be moving its global headquarters to the UK, Japan, or UAE, bemoaning the lack of regulatory clarity regarding XRP security status in the US. A month later, Ripple was taken to court by the US SEC, and now they've all of a sudden said, we're going to stay in the US in San Francisco, not moving to Wyoming, not going to the UK or Japan where it's safe for XRP. No, they're staying over there in San Francisco. As of this point still, I really don't know if the whole lawsuit has been planned out already and how certain Chris Larsen, Brad Goliath, and whatnot are of their victory, because their moves and their statements really make it look like they know what they're doing and that they really are planning to win from the get-go. Like, it's not a question, right? Sometimes when people get sued, they're like, well, I hope I'm going to win, but I don't know. In this case here, the way they're moving, they're doing it exactly the same way as a couple weeks ago. It really feels as if they are just going out from the fact that they're going to win, which is nice. It's very assuring, basically. Also, on that same note, Chris Larsen has donated $1.7 million to Avenue Greenlight, a philanthropic initiative that supports hard-hit merchants in San Francisco. The former Ripple CEO also encouraged other tech executives to follow suit, saying, "Small businesses are really in a tough spot. If they can just hang out a little bit longer, we're almost out of this thing. No longer attractive for tech investments, San Francisco now has to deal with a $411 million budget deficit, with companies and workers now fleeing what used to be the epicenter of innovation," which is interesting to me because I would say if San Francisco had the best rules on crypto, it would most likely be the biggest still, but Wyoming is definitely very attractive in a couple other places. In a recent blog post, Coinbase, the largest U.S. crypto exchange, states that it no longer has a headquarters in San Francisco, living up to the decentralized ethos, saying, "Foregoing a formal headquarters is also more in line with the spirit of crypto, built on the inherent benefits of decentralization. Over 150 Coinbase employees have left San Francisco, and none of the exchange's executives currently reside there." It's interesting. Then Exodus Wallet, which I personally used for so long, files with the SEC to sell 75 million in shares with a twist. Why? Well, because they are twisting it a little bit because they are only doing this in exchange for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and USDC stablecoin. They said Exodus aims to sell common stock through a Reg A Plus offering, but only inside its wallet and only in exchange for Bitcoin, Ethereum, or USDC stablecoin. I think that's really interesting. So they kind of draw the similarities between the ICO popularity and the way that fundraising mechanism doesn't work anymore. So they're doing a 2021 version of an ICO, which I think is really interesting. The Nebraska-based crypto firm has filed with the SEC for permission to sell 75 million shares of the company at $75 million in shares, so not 75 million shares, of the company at $27.42 a pop through a Regulation A Plus offering, which opens up shares to regular retail investors as opposed to just accredited investors. The share price is based on the 710 million valuation from the company. I think that's a lot, but I from some degree get it. You know, they've really been in the space for a very long while. They've provided quality services. They're one of the most popular software wallets. And even now, I think phone-ish wallets, right? They're doing a good job, so I guess good to them. I just saw this. I have no idea what this is all about. This picture right here. Here you go, Nello Angelo. It's a fun picture with Ripple and Sonic and whatnot, and Trump and R3, whatever. However, this article here did interest me a little bit, which says, worldwide famous Sonic player receives salary in XRP. I'm not sure if this is really the truth. I didn't really care too much, but what I do know is that there's already people getting paid in XRP because of SBI Esports, and it will most likely only keep growing. I think that's something we should also take a good look at and consider for ourselves, that is also a very big part of the real utility. People getting paid and people using it for day-to-day things. Then Crypto Eddie, who posted FX Coin CEO, says, "It shows that it XRP, can actually be used for transactions related to settlement between operating companies and overseas partners, and I'm convinced that it has even greater potential in expanding the swap market for crypto assets. We are doing it. We are doing it. Then I was actually checking through XRP's Twitter for a little while, and what I've noticed is that I've actually seen a very good decrease here in negativity on the XRP if you type that in over on Twitter. So they're not really going as trendy anymore. So the big guys who used to hate on it with the XRP hashtag or just XRP in the title, they've really decreased quite significantly. And what I have seen increase is a lot of these stupid price predictions still, and a lot of BS in my opinion instead of the real news. But maybe that's also because they're being sued right now, Ripple, and thus there is a little bit less news. Maybe that's the case. Crypto area is still dominating this space here with a ton of things, and a couple other guys I see a lot like Mac Attack with old articles most of the time. But whatever. In general, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. I'm always happy to just look through here and see what you guys are writing, because I mean, it sometimes helps to get a better story. And on a side note, go check out GSX. A link is down below. It's the first gold-backed coin. Right now, it's 10 cents a coin, plus a 10% bonus, plus a 5% bonus for using my link. So go check it out. Again, it's the first gold-backed coin. Pretty interesting initiative. I personally have a couple $1,000s in them because I'm hoping it's going to go times 20 or something like that, times 25. I'm just picking a number here. I'm not sure. But I'm hoping because it's the first of its kind, right? It's a new concept, basically, like how a lot of those newer concepts and the first of their kinds do well. And because it's basically the pre-sale, right? That's why I'm hoping for something like that. It can be something really bad, though. It could go times 2. It could be a scam. I'm not sure. I'm just saying I put some money into it, and I do think we have a good chance with this one. But again, check it out for yourself. Do your own research. Thank you guys all for watching. Again, I'm not a financial advisor with any of this stuff, just so you know. And I'll see you guys again in another crypto video.